So if you asked someone what they think you're the go-to person for, what would they say? If they don't know, then you've got a real problem. So I asked my clients, I've asked my friends, I've actually had people teaching at our masterminds and our retreats who've asked the room, what is it that Niyc's known for? And they all say the same thing. So they know that I'm known for being a positive psychologist. They know that I coach high-level women to create success. They know that I'm a badass at sales, and they know that I help you reach your next level. So it was super clear to me that you guys understand what it is I do and how it is that I can help you. But what about when you want to become the go-to expert in your industry? How can you actually show up to do that? So the first thing that you need to do is you need to get clear on what it is that you teach people. So what is that one special thing that you can do better than nobody else? Or maybe there are some other people doing it already, but what is the thing that you are really, really good at that everybody seems to tell you that you're good at? So it might be that you are a sales trainer for women coaches. It might be that you are a trauma specialist and a therapist in that area. It might be that you are a fashion blogger who is an expert in a particular area. So think about what is your area of expertise that you want to stand in the space for first of all. If you are just a business coach, so many people are business coaches. Like there's so many people out there, but what is it that specifically within that broader category of business coach you are really, really good at? Is it that you help people build online courses? Is it that you help teach people how to do live events? Get specific first of all. So the first thing, figure out what you're an expert in so that you can become known as the expert at that thing. So that's step number one. Step number two, is that you need to build trust through showing up online. So you have to get visible, you have to get in front of your audience, and you have to allow people to see you, practicing your expertise and basically showing off and sharing who you are and what you do. So showing up on live video, showing up by writing posts and demonstrating a level of authority in your area. So people can actually see, oh, I learned something from her or him today. And that's awesome. That person's an expert in this thing. Number 3 is to get some media in your relating to you being an expert in that area. Now, this might simply be, it doesn't necessarily always need to be you sharing your teachings or telling your story. It might actually be you commenting on a piece of news that's happening right now, which allows you again to develop and demonstrate your area of expertise and comment as an authority on that thing. It might be that you have won an award, so you might enter an awards like competition to win an award so that you can then celebrate that and get some media around that specific award. It might be that you have an incredible story that you want to share. So we've done a ton of media. We've done everything from Forbes and Money and Goop and Mind Valley to Men's Health and Women's Health and Yoga Magazine and Psychologist Magazine, BBC Radio. We've done TV. We've done like all of the things, and a really broad cross section of things that I've shared depending on what it is that I've wanted to get a message across about at the time. So I might have commented on how to make more sales in Forbes or Money, for example, which is something that I've done recently when I've wanted to be building my brand in that area and really developing credibility in an area of authority in the expertise of like business and sales. When I launched my book, Now Is Your Chance, I did a lot more story-based stuff, which was around me having been raped and telling that story of how I overcome adversity and challenge to go on to experience happiness, and how you guys can too by going and buying the book. So think about what is the thing that you want to get across, what is the expertise that you want to demonstrate, and then go and get media on that. So you don't have to go global to start off with. I didn't start with Forbes. I started local, and I started with my local newspaper, local radio station, and really started to build up from there. That's going to demonstrate your expertise, your authority, and your credibility in that zone. Then number 4, I want you to get some testimonials. So if you're an expert in one thing, then you should be teaching and coaching that thing. So you should be sharing your knowledge, for example, on your social media. You should be teaching it like for free. You should be teaching it paid. And then the people that actually take on your expertise, so they do your classes or they do your training or they coach with you or they come to an event, ask them for a testimonial. Say, what is it that you learned? What is it that you loved about this sales training? What was the one like big takeaway or breakthrough or insight that you had? And getting those testimonials of people commenting on your expertise and you resharing them is really going to help you elevate your authority in that area as well. Then I want you to get onto podcasts. So number 5 is get onto podcasts and speak as a guest expert on other people's shows so that people can watch you and they can see you and they can see you talking about what you do. And again, like elevating your credibility, demonstrating a sense of expertise and a sense of authority in that area by appearing in front of other people's audiences and not just your own. So getting on guest podcasts, super powerful tip when it comes to becoming an expert in your niche. That's number 5. Number 6 is actually tell people. So go and tell people that you are the expert in your niche or expert in your area for this particular thing. Whatever it is that you want, you need to actually speak that into existence first. So when I desired to get a lot more like speaking gigs and be known a lot more for a speaker, as a speaker, a motivational speaker, public speaker, I would always say to people when I met them, hi, I'm Niyc Pidgeon. I'm a speaker. Like my favorite thing to do is to speak. So people started to remember me as a speaker. So you need to really speak into and live into that vision for yourself as this expert, as the go-to expert in your area. So first of all, I want you to make sure that you are teaching one specific thing. Make sure you're standing in the space as an expert for one thing. And it might be as an expert in your country or in your region to start off with. Doesn't have to be go-to expert in the world. So go-to expert in your area for this specific thing. Secondly, I want you to build trust by showing up online and giving free content in your area of expertise. Number 3, get media in your area of expertise. Number 4, get testimonials to show that you are an expert in that area. Number 5, guest expert appear on podcasts. And number 6, go out and tell people what it is you're an expert at, what it is that you love to do, and what you are the go-to person in your industry for.